Brunson up top. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Alexander Walker with it. The shake. The shot's good. Alexander Walker's got 14 points for the game.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship, with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much. And Brunson gets it to go.
This speaks to how confident the shooter Brunson is. I mean, outstanding at pulling up off the dribble.
Alex, oh, throw it down!
Nice! He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
There's the triple. Just outstanding. He hits again, and he's still a perfect 9 for 9.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there. Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Back over to you, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. And the basket by Bridges.
You know, we can see Bridges on either side of the two-man game. He makes good decisions in that action regardless of where he is.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
We want to get loud, and we've got the perfect team now. Your next 7-man squad. Get loud, and let them hear it. Time to get loud now, everyone, because it's time for a teacher's call.
So for the Knicks, Robinson comes in for Anunoby, and Clarkson subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Boston also changing it up. Boucher's checked in for Queta, Hauser comes in for Brown, and Simon has subbed in for White. Celtics lead by 6. Here's Alexander Walker. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
What a sensational move captured from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Brunson, over to the left wing. Tatum against Towns. Back to Brunson, pass to Hart. Here's Towns. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boston's gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Here's Brunson, sinks the 15-footer. Brunson's got 11 points.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Here's Alexander Walker. Connects from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 13.
He's rolling. The best start to a game you could hope for.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Clarkson outside. Back to Hart. Outside Robinson. Pass to Brunson. The shot that time not on target. Oh, good D by Boucher. Outside Alexander Walker. And Boston again with the bucket.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Boston out in front, up by 15. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Taking what the defense gives them, guys. I mean, the mid-range shot is available, and they're knocking it down from there. I love it.
For the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Yabusele. OG Anunoby comes in for Clarkson, and it's Jalen Brunson in for McBride. Boston also changing it up. Tatum, he's checked in for Hauser. White comes in for Simons, and it's Alexander Walker in for Pritchard. We've got Mikal Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Robinson in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Outside Anunoby. Here's Brunson. 11 points in the game. He got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds to the Knicks. New York will retain possession. New York making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Simons is checked in for Jaylen Brown. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Towns a screen on Simons. Clarkson for three. Gets the three ball to go. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defense is better wise up to it.
And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Teammate Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Outside, Alexander Walker. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Outside Brunson. Pass to Anunoby. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot here. He was all alone on that one. Brunson's got 14 points for the game.
Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
Tatum, a screen on Brunson. The kick to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Robinson passes to Anunoby. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, after a nothing first quarter, he's bounced back nicely.
Celtics lead 60.
1:10 left to play in the second quarter. Good on the bucket. Alexander Walker's got 46.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And some changes here for New York. Hart's checked in for Robinson, and it's Bridges in for Clarkson. Boston also changing it up. Boucher comes in for Queta, and it's Jaylen Brown in for Simons. Bridges outside. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. Beyond the arc. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession. "50 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. New York working the ball around now. From downtown.
Thus far has not been able to maintain the same pace he had in the first quarter.
Outside, Alexander Walker. And he makes it on the layup. Alexander Walker's got 48.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Brunson, and he can't bank that one in.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Now Alexander Walker. From behind the arc. Oh, connects again. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Celtics out in front, delivering the blowout. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the Boston Celtics.
They've been locked in. I mean, locked in. They know what they want, and they know how to get it. Kind of like Shaq at the barbecue.
Okay, so now let's talk about that point guard matchup from the first half.
You got a game within the game. These two guys are trading blows, raising elbows, trading bows, making me wish I was out there right now.
That I would like to see. Shaq serving up elbow Sammys.
With extra mayonnaise.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Boston with it. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. It's the second game of 3 on the road. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. Chris Boucher out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. And as a player, how important is film study to reaching the highest level of success, Clark?
Tell you what, with the advance in technology, it's actually critical now, BA. I mean, it's more accessible too, and that helps everybody realize the benefits of doing that extra work of studying yourself, your team, and your opponents.
puts up a deep three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Relentless in his approach. He has one thing on his mind: close this game out.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Goes up on the baseline. Yes, on the jumper. Brunson's got 16 points.
And the thing that makes Brunson so tough is any amount of space is too much space for him. He doesn't need much to do his damage.
Another one falls. Amazing. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Pass to Towns. Back to Brunson. Puts up a three. That shot, no good. Nice D from Alexander Walker.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's
good. That's another bucket.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Now let's have a look at who was really dominating the boards last season. Second, Karl Anthony Towns.
Simply put, he was terrific down low last year, owning the glass.
Here's Brunson. He's got 16. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent. Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
New York working the ball around now. Towns finds Bridges. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
The three connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Outside Anunoby. Hard with it, picked up by Tatum. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
And how about the hops Bridges has? Showing off some there with the slam.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Here's Alexander Walker. Good! Another from three.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got two guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. Brunson taking his time here. Towns a screen on Brown. Here's Anunoby, and it's Boucher with the rebound.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Brown, and the shot goes. 9 points for Jaylen Brown. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
You know, something else that catches my eye is the fact that they have blocked a bunch of shots. I mean, the block shot total, extremely impressive. The defensive intensity, top level.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Tightly, and yes, another basket.
And he's now tied for the fourth most points in a game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss.
73, what a number. Tying Wilt, Luka, and David Thompson. Only Wilt and Kobe have more in a single game.
Towns a screen on Brown. Anunoby. New York again can't hit. Boston's got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. Another bucket. Wow.
Unreal. He's got the fourth most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and then Wilt's 100 are the only higher-scoring games ever.
Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. A big group substitution here for Boston. Cadis checked in for Boucher. Hauser comes in for Tatum. Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Derek White.
Creating space with that quick, tight, efficient dribble. Excellent move by Brunson there.
All right, Grant, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expert.
Oh, Oh, another one falls.
That puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
Man, I'm at a loss for words. His has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain, that tells you all you need to know.
Well, Clark, you were a bit of a trendsetter with this, but it seems the stretch 4 is here to stay in the NBA.
Well, the combination of size and touch, something I took pride in as a player. I was versatile. And back then, I mean, a guy 6'8" that was able to play inside and out wasn't as common as it is now. Teams want a lot of floor spacing, and they want as many players out there that can...
And it's good! He hits another one!
The good times keep rolling for him. Now tied for second all-time in scoring.
Boy, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, the defense throws everything at him, but he still scores.
81, equaling Kobe's scintillating game back in 2006. Just incredible to see it matched once again.
Towns with a rebound.
When you do moves like that and you miss, you know you're going to hear it from your coaches and your teammates.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
Big Cat says, take that.
51.
Here's Alexander Walker, and again for 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016, that was the top spot until Clay took it.
There's the drive. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Yeah, he's like a one-man band out there, dialed in and on the attack.
32 seconds left in the third. Outside Brunson. Inside. Hart passes to Brunson. Bridges outside. The 3 is up. Can't hit that one.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. It's the Celtics running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And the Knicks with the possession here. They've got the heat. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And before we go, we'll leave you with our player of the game.
It just feel like it's law and order. You know I stay lit, I just